know, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Let's check in on what Chuck is doing in the Chukka Corps, my friends. We are here on its Encounter version, and it is Himmel's Studzianski Dorf. I'm going to go to the north. It's not a place I always go in the light tanks, but especially from the east spawn. I did a video on this maybe a year and a half, might even be 2 years now. I feel like it was fairly recently, but it probably isn't. That's what happens. You know, when you get on in age, you think stuff you did 2 years ago was yesterday. I looked at it, and it was back when I was actually a full CC because I had the press account. Now that I remember, I had the two accounts both in the same training room. This side seems to have an advantage on this hill right here based on the way the bushes are set up in their camo numbers. Manticores can be switched around a little bit to be a little more spotting heavy or a little more camo heavy depending on how you've done it. So I come up here and I feel like I'm probably going to have a pretty good chance even if their Manticore comes up here, and he doesn't. Now think about this spot. Well, a couple things about this spot. Number one is that guy came so far, I needed to be off to the left, but he kept coming so far that I was a little bit worried about proxy light anyway, so I had to bail off this hill right away. I'm hoping he doesn't hit me. I'm also hoping that somebody nukes the guy. I'm also hoping that the two Arty don't nuke me. So he's done a good job finding where the Manticore is. Now it's advantage other Manticore, depending on where he is. I get stunned by that shot right there. He has some free reign if he's down in the south. If he's countering me up here, then maybe not as big an advantage. At least he knows where I am, though, as does their team, which could then give them a bit of advantage down the south. So it's the cat and mouse game when you're talking about scouts and two Manticore players. I'm going to look for possibly shooting this guy. We'll back out. Hoping he doesn't see me. Thank goodness. The Udez is sort of now just getting spotted and shot, and that's bugging me a little bit because I'm taking the frag from that. I'm like, dude, why are you poking up? Just wait a second. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do this. Do I shoot him or not? Yes, I do. 420, nice high roll on that dude. Did get me lit. I'm expecting artillery to come. All right, that's good. So between me and a hit and an arty hit, we got this guy almost to a one-shot. The thing about this north spot is you'd like to clear it out pretty quickly, or as quickly as you can. You don't want to just get stuck here and be stagnant. So far, I've been able to get some damage off this 121, but it's a couple of us up here dicking around with one guy, right? Meanwhile, our guys in the south are doing okay, so I'm not worried about needing to flex that way. The middle's sort of open. I'm not jazzed about that because I still don't know where their Manticore is. But for the moment, I'm able to get some things done right here. The point of all that is, don't sit up here too long. If you start to build an advantage, then get in there and do it to it. But you may need to bail off this hill and get down into the middle or down to the south and help your guys at some point if nothing's going on here. And I'm almost starting to get that position. I'm like, all right, what is going on with this 121? Is he still there? I'm starting to feel like he's not. And if we look at what's lit, I'm missing a Centurion and two Leopards and a Phoenix and a Manticore. That means a couple of them could be here. I'm suspecting several of them are probably on the one column right now because their team lost wholesale. So I'm going to take a little peek this way. Maybe I can see if a Leopard or something is sitting on that little promontory there. I didn't see it. And now I'm just going to go. I'm going to make a run. Since I wasn't lit and I got to here and I didn't see anything, I stopped for a minute. That's very, very interesting. All right, good. So we get him dead. It looks like our guys are stopped in the south. What I'm inferring from that is they've probably taken fire, and more than likely the Leopards are posted up, or maybe even the Manticore, which is keeping them from poking much. So now we need to do something, right? I can see guys moving to the middle. The grill hasn't pushed in. These guys are sort of not pushing. It looks like they're stopped, because that's what happens on this map. If they get a good defense on the one column and maybe some guys up here in the bushes, you can kind of start to punish the green team in this case, who continues to try to push off to the west. So I've got to get something going on over here if I can. Nice. Found the 121. Amazing how close I got before he got lit. Okay, Arty's waiting for me. Unreal. I'm going to keep moving though. I don't want to sit there because it's a 155-58. That's an auto loading. Look at that. That's why I didn't want to sit there. Don't let that guy have any more shots than he deserves. hoping that he dies. I did get him lit as I moved on, so let's go ahead and swing around behind them. I'm really glad nobody was behind this rock or in those bushes there, so I don't take any more punishment. I did have some snipers with me, so if they were there, I expected them to die. I was dumb to knock over that tree. All right, there's the Conqueror. We're just going to pop up and shoot that guy. There we go. All right, that's going to get me lit. I'm hoping these dudes aren't turned around. Good news is I still have players in the factory. So watch out on this maneuver that I'm attempting right here. Swinging around behind them is great, but if there's no pressure on them in the factory, they can turn around. They're going to take you out. They'll have good shots on you. There's really no place to hide. So as long as I didn't shoot and get spotted, that was great, but I did shoot. But they are being pressured well enough by my team that I'm not too worried about them. And if they do turn around and start taking me on, then my guys should get some shots in behind them. Although I can see that guy looks like he might be trying to get a shot. Look for maybe a shot into their back. I'm like, all right, where are these leopards? A leopard and a centurion. We'll push in. There's a leopard. Dude, trying to come around here. All right, where are these dudes? Shoot him. Nice. All right, that works. Oh, there's a centurion right there. That's not good. Let's get out of here. He's coming. He wants to kill me. Kind of expected him to come around the corner completely, but it looks like he's trying to now. So I'm going to come around the edge there, so that's going to isolate him from me. Hopefully he can't shoot me. Now I know there's a leopard in this ravine, so I need to try to find this guy. There he is. He missed. That was nice. And it's all over but the shouting, guys. We've got 3,900. Want to get that mana core out. I think somebody else kills him here pretty quickly. There we go. So we got the Phoenix. There's a bunch of juicy hit points. We'll take some of those myself, but look at that. Boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden up to 4,490. This is where you gotta love it. Another 518 or so. Oh no, I didn't get that. Somebody else lit that guy. That's a bummer. I guess the 1516 saw. So up to 4,400. I think I get to 6,000, so I might have some. There he is. That's all mine. Armor not hit. Oh boy. Another 1,000 something, what, 1,800 or so? So 6,300. I think I had a little bit more there, so there must have been some spotting that was uncounted. And yeah, 6,776. So another 400 somewhere in there that went to me that's not listed. 1,800 damage, 67, that's 78. Oh, what, 8.5k or so total for the old Chuck, the Chuck-a-core. A little Romple stomp there. But that's kind of how you want to work that northern spot. Team did great all around. Obviously, they dominated in the south. They held and won in the factory. We won in the north there. So I'm not, obviously not just me. And a lot of this spotting was late game campers. But that's how you plus up your damage and spotting when you're in a scout and you have the opportunity. You've kept enough hit points and you're pushing correctly. You can then gobble up. You know, the Phoenix was sitting in the back, got absolutely nuked. And, you know, like we say, when you're going to have a good game, a leopard or two are going to die. All right, fellas, that's it. That's what Chuck's up to. He's doing Chuck-a-core stuff, as he has been for a long time. Have a great one. We will see you.